My next guest is someone we've all been missing just a little bit. So let's get right to it. Brooke Walker, she's joining me through the screen. Hey, Brooke.
Hi, Amy.
So
I wasn't sure
good
if I
to
was the
see you.
special guest or if this was the special guest, but we're both glad to be here.
I don't want to say because I don't want to make you feel bad, but we have been missing you, and we've mentioned the little bundle's name, but we're going to let you formally tell it. What did you name her?
Oh my gosh, well, I'm so glad to have you into this sweet baby bubble that we are just like fully immersed in here. This is baby Sydney. Sydney K is her name, and that does have significant meaning. So Sydney was my grandpa's name, my mom's dad, my maternal grandfather, and K is Mark's maternal grandfather's name. So the two grandpas, I hope, really proud.
I love a family name. I love a family name. And look at her. She's so cute. Are you going to go for Sid, or are you requiring Sydney? What do you think?
You know, we're spelling it traditionally, which I know is not the most feminine. And so I am going to stick with Sydney myself. I think that little E at the end is nice and sweet, but I'm not going to police it. So I'm sure Sid will come out eventually.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about the big day. How did it all come down?
Oh my gosh, it was a big day. I find myself like weak on words, because how do you describe a day that, I mean, you go into the day knowing it's going to be one of the biggest, best days of your life, and it was. And that hospital room just feels like an extension of heaven. There's only a few times heaven opens like this for your family. And, you know, so many of the nurses and doctors, I heard the comment over and over, this is your fifth. This is your fifth. And I don't know if that experience necessarily qualified me with any wisdom, but one thing that it did gift me is just that ability to be present. Like, I was fully aware, just knowing what a special day it was. And then when the kids finally got to come meet her, just exploded through the hospital room. Despite the lack of reverence, it still felt very much like heaven, and they are just smitten with her. We're all just so in love. So it was a great day.
Yeah, I was wondering how the sibling welcome was, because it's kind of nice because now they get a break from school. They can all be home and just squeeze her.
And they're doing that. In fact, I think people assume I'm joking. I'm not when I say I have to elbow and fight for my own place in the rotation. Like, I don't think she's been put down for more than 5 minutes in her whole little life, because siblings are just waiting in line. And we laugh because, oh, all these baby squeaks, I still love it so much. We laugh because at our house, if you want to reserve the TV, there's this little sibling jab game they play. They hide the remote so that only one person knows and has control over what TV show is selected. That remote has been replaced with the sanitizer, we call it, the hand sanitizer. They'll hide the bottle, hoping that they're the first ones home from school, and only they know where the bottle is, so they get to be the first one to hold her, if that makes sense. It's like the ultimate game. It's the ultimate activity, is to be holding baby Sydney. So I do have to fight for him. I don't think 2 in the morning should count as my turn. I think I should have a better place in the rotation.
Well, that's how it should be. So I'm glad that's how it is. But you know, for the past couple of weeks, we've been sharing our favorite Christmas words, those quotes that mean just a little bit extra to us, and we wanted you to share yours.
Yeah, well, this Christmas feels especially special, if I can say it that way, right, with a new baby. And everyone's commenting on that, and we definitely feel that connection to the birth of the Savior and to the baby Jesus. It's brought on a whole other layer and dimension. So I reached for a line in Matthew, I think it's Matthew 2, oh, come let us adore him. And I love that word adore, adoration. I've been actually thinking about that for a while. You'll recall I went to New York earlier this year in the spring and interviewed Savannah Guthrie about her book that she wrote on faith. And she said something that stuck with me, kind of an extension of this word adoration. She said, in order to deepen our relationship with God, she believes we have to preserve kind of a wondrous awe or a reverent respect and wonder for all he is and all he's given us. And I feel that within the word adoration, like, let us adore him, and all of the advancements of technology and the modern day marvels that we have around us. Let us pause and adore him and maintain that reverent awe for all that he's given us. And at our house, topping that list is baby Sydney. So we adore her too.
We do too. Thank you, Brooke, for sharing that with us. We adore you too, and we miss you. We love you. Thank you.
I love watching you. You're doing a great job. Thank you so much. Mwah.